and today I have a super exciting Halloween makeup video for you guys. It's like I wanted to sing it and also I wanted to say it. There was a little conflict going on there today. So today I have before me the five new magical Halloween highlighters from Bitter Lace Beauty. You guys may remember them a couple of months ago from this year. They are the original creator of the rainbow highlighter that now so many companies have duped and created their own versions of it. But this indie makeup company, they sell their products on Etsy. They were the original creator of that, and now they've come back to wow us again with many amazing Halloween highlighters. Today we have a candy corn highlighter, a blood splatter highlighter, which makes me think of Sweeney Todd, and this one is supposed to be Hocus Pocus themed. I'm not sure if you guys can tell or not, but there is a spider web design imprinted into it, and this one, I think it's called the Next Supreme. Something about Supreme. I'm gonna try and get a little closer. Hopefully my camera is gonna cooperate, but each of these are handmade and hand pressed. Each of them, except for the blood splatter one, has an awesome spooky design imprinted into it. Some of these are vegan and some of these are not. I'm going to look at their Etsy listings and try and kind of inform you guys of that kind of stuff. And then the last highlighter that we have from them is packaged amazingly. I mean, it's really breathtaking if you like spooky stuff. This is the liquid highlighter. It kind of settles, so you gotta, you know, give it a little shake. There is a mixer in it, just for that very purpose. This is liquid highlighting drops. A couple other brands have come out with a product like this before, like Cover FX. And I think even like MAC makes some highlighting drops, but definitely no other brand has it in an awesome glass skull container. I wanted to say skeleton again. I don't know why we did that in yesterday's video. It's like every time I see a skeleton, I want to say skull, and every time I see a skull, I want to say skeleton. It's like there's something wrong with my brain. I'm going to swatch some of them, I think, on my hand. I might end up swatching them all on my face. I don't know. Definitely, I want to test out the candy corn one first because I think that this is going to be the most similar to the rainbow highlight, but in special spoopy colors. So this one is called Toothache, and you get a nice gold, orange, and like a pearlescent at the top. I did receive these early as a press sample. That is why mine are in the pans. When you purchase them yourself, you're gonna get them in an amazing red compact. I'm gonna have the link to their Etsy store in the info box, but it's like a red, shiny, mirrored single highlighter compact. I really love the way that it looks, especially with the blood splatter one. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So they have a bundle, which is $132, and you get all 5 of these products that I've just shown you, or you can buy each individual highlighting pan for $28. Once again, it'll come in the compact, but you get like a single pan, you know what I mean? Or the drops are $30. You can just buy this separately. Toothache is one of the vegan shades. This one, once again, can be either used as the rainbow highlighter, where you will just wipe your brush across it and sort of get, you know, the yellow, orange, white effect. Or they say if you swirl it together, it will become like a nice warm golden shade. This brush from It Cosmetics, I'm not sure which it is, but it is like a nice flat sort of brush. Once again, you do get that really pretty awesome effect of, you know, it looking like a candy corn brush now. You know, if you like that sort of thing. I like that sort of thing. I'm gonna go ahead and just try and apply it on my cheek right now. I did all of my makeup except for, as usual, when I'm trying like highlight or something like that, I don't have any highlighter on already. So I'm just gonna go like this. Oh, I started to do it already. I'm just gonna go and sweep it on. Oh, wow. Just like we saw with the rainbow highlight, you can get pretty dramatic with this if you're gonna go to a Halloween party, stuff like that, and you really just want your cheeks to look like candy corn. You can totally pick a lot up with the brush, and you really do get that, you know, white, orange, yellow kind of fade. Would you want to walk around with this looking like this all the time? Maybe not. I mean, it is more on the costumey side. So now I'm going to just try and swirl it together, blend it out. Swirling the brush all around in a more circular motion, I am pleased to report, did not really disrupt the cool candy corn pattern in the pan. I'm excited about that. That was the same experience we had with the rainbow highlight. You could kind of get in there and swirl your brush around if you didn't want it to be, you know, the rainbow stripe, and it wouldn't ruin the product. So we're definitely gonna overdo it with the highlight on this cheek, but I just wanted to kind of see what it would look like all mixed together. And that definitely makes a beautiful, warm gold highlight. Here it is, all mixed together. Definitely, you know, bringing out that warm gold shade, just like they say it will. So far, 2 thumbs up for me. Okay, next shade we are going to use is the Blood Splatter Sweeney Todd shade. Give me that glow. This is the one I saw on the internet first, and this is the one that when I saw it first, I was most excited about this one. This one is also a vegan shade. This is a white gold flecked base with an intense metallic red blood splatter. And they say, once again, you know, you can just run a brush flatly across it and you can kind of have like a red streaked effect on your face. Or once again, they say you can swirl it all around. So once again, I'm gonna take sort of a flat brush and just gently sweep back and forth so I kind of get the original placement of the red and the white. You can't really see too much on this brush, but it is a darker brush. Putting blood all over my face. Oh, wow. I know I'm not supposed to like stuff like this, but especially for Halloween, look at how red that sort of like blood splatter looks. Definitely from far away, I look like I have done some severely dark, spooky contouring and highlighting. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try and blend it out so that it's not too harsh. And once again, I'm gonna try and swirl the product together and see what sort of look we get after that. This one I feel like is a more subtle highlight so far than this one, but I did just do a lot of vigorous blending. Once again, swirling in the pan does not really disrupt the product too much. It's still looking pretty blood splattery. There we go. That is that one. I feel like I did catch a little bit more of the red, popped it back in the same area, so it is still giving me kind of like that super chiseled effect. But honestly, you know, I feel like anybody who would want like a blood splatter highlight, this sort of stuff you would probably not frown at all. Definitely for the Halloween season, for costumes, there's a million different costumes you can use this for. I will just say, you know, I still do think even swirling it, blending it, adding a little bit more, maybe I'm just not seeing it. I'm looking at this tiny little picture of myself in the screen, but it definitely looks like a more subtle highlight still than the toothache shade. Now we're just gonna get silly and we're gonna put a different highlighter on my forehead because I'm running out of places to swatch stuff. So up next, we are going to swatch Hocus Pocus. This is not a vegan shade, and it technically says that it is a swirl of rusty orange, lime green, and purple, and it's supposed to blend together to create a gorgeous lilac shade. I'm not gonna try and like just sweep my brush across this one because the colors are already swirled in the pan. Once again, I'm not technically using a highlighting brush, but a lot of my brushes are dirty right now, so we're just living on the edge. And I think we've gotten the point by now that swirling it all around does not disrupt the cool look of the pan. Unfortunately, of course, like any other stamped product, you know, like if you get Chanel or I don't even know other eyeshadow brands or products that stamp the logo in it, you know, as you use the product, that cool stamped design on the top will go away, but you know, ooh, that is intense. An intense purple lilac spot right on my forehead. But maybe this is now the sparkliest or most highlighty shade. I do feel like this is nice and rosy. It's not so out there that you're like, oh, I can't wear this any other time but Halloween. But also on the flip side of that, it definitely does have a nice spooky vibe to it. If you wanted to do an ethereal Halloween look or a witchy Halloween look, I think this one would be amazing. So I'm gonna get real excessive here. Ooh, it does kind of look pretty on the brush. I don't know if you guys can see that subtle swirling color on there. Very buildable as well. The more I apply, the more shine that we get. Ooh, ooh. And the last one we have is, I think this is called the Next Supreme. Is this? Yes, the Next Supreme. This is by far my favorite stamp design in the pans, so I'm really sad to use it and get it to go away. It kind of reminds me of like Jack Skellington. This color is also not vegan, and it is supposed to be a murky silver with a purple to intense green shift. That is what it looks like on the brush. Very impressive, very different, very gray. I can't wait to rub this all over my forehead. Ooh, this is a super amazing color. I would like to just rub this all over my face, honestly. Like if I was gonna do a glam skeleton look, which I would do if I was capable of things like that, I would definitely just put this all over my face because it does kind of have like a gray, pale, but it definitely does have a green purple shift to it. I mean, I feel like you can see this from like way back in the back. Hey, people in the back. There we go. Woo! Shiny, 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 shiny. Real quick, just my opinion, like most highlight to least highlight. Next Supreme, I definitely think is the most highlighty, followed by Toothache, then I would say Hocus Pocus, and the least highlighting out of the collection, in my opinion, is the blood splatter one, which is called Slay. Now we are going to look at the drops, and these are slightly fragranced. They are scented with juicy plum, whipped caramel cream, and bourbon vanilla and jasmine blossoms. So you unscrew this whole topper here, and it's got a little, I never know what, I think it's called a dropper, so you can just suck the product up in there. And honestly, these do, oh, it's not focusing. Technically, to me, these look so iridescent, and they're just that color. It almost looks like this should glow in the dark, but I don't think anybody has invented glow-in-the-dark makeup yet. I know we have glow-in-the-dark nail polish, but probably glow-in-the-dark stuff is not safe for your skin. This product is I Put a Spell on You. These drops are vegan, so it's supposed to be a pearl white base with an extremely iridescent shimmering finish with flecks of gold and purple. And it says that this formula has larger shimmers to give you more of a sparkling glow. Now, I'm not sure if these can be used like that, but a lot of times if I want a really dewy, shimmery makeup look, I will mix these highlighting drops in with my foundation and kind of apply them all over like a, you know, with a beauty blender. Do you see that? It really looks like it should glow in the dark. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually take my damp beauty blender from my makeup application earlier today. Please excuse my wrists. My hands are so dry lately, and I don't know what is up with that. There we go. I feel like this is not doing it justice. This is so sparkly in person. I can't even begin to tell you. Let's go ahead and just kind of sponge it on there, and you definitely can smell the smell, which I don't think is a bad smell at all. I like it, but just I always like to tell you guys that in videos whenever I can notice a noticeable fragrance, because I know some people like it, some people don't. I don't know why. It's just my camera is not picking up on it. The lights are not doing it justice in here. As always, I am filming late at night, so we're not getting like any natural light in here right now, but oh, I wish you guys could see it. I mean, just look at that iridescence. I think it's amazing. That is it. Those are all 5 products. Since I got the rainbow highlight, I have actually used it several times. So this is a brand that I really enjoy, and I hope that they're getting enough credit out there for just coming up with truly unique makeup products that you cannot find anywhere else. Definitely, if you love Halloween stuff, you love spooky makeup, you're looking for a special piece of makeup to correspond with a certain costume that you're doing, I feel like in the entirety of this collection, they've got a little something for everybody. I think my favorite one is the Next Supreme, and I also do really love Toothache. I like them all, but I do think that those are my 2 favorites. So get them while you can, because I'm sure that this is about to just go viral on the internet all over again, just like the rainbow highlight did. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today and watching today's video. I hope you guys haven't been too overwhelmed with all the uploads that I've been doing for Vlogoween. I think at this point it marks a week of 7 straight days of videos, and it has been a hot minute since I've done anything like that. It is kind of crazy to try and keep up with, but we're gonna keep going. 31 days of Halloween. Also, I have made a playlist for you guys in case you want to catch up. It's called Vlogoween 2016. It'll be the first link in the info box in case you've missed any of the videos, you want to know what we've been up to here. If you're not already and you'd like to be, hit that button down below, subscribe, become a member of the Swamp Family, and give an alligator its wings. Also, if you want, you can like me on Facebook, facebook.com/graveyardgirl, or you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram at graveyardgirl. Same way it's spelled here. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye!